Oh no, we're fine.
Have more space.
Okay. Alright, so this morning I am going to read an excerpt out of Incendiary by Chris Cleave. Have you ever heard of this? Read it? No? Okay. So as I read, I would like you to pay attention to some new vocabulary words that you either don't know or haven't heard before, or maybe you've heard them a couple times and don't exactly know what they mean. And as I read and as you hear them, if you could write them down, just try to spell them as best you can. And if you need them repeated, just let me know. So there's that. Okay. Alright, here we go. Dear Osama, they want you dead or alive so the terror will stop. Well, I wouldn't know about that. I mean, rock and roll didn't stop when Elvis died on the Kazi. It just got worse. Next thing you know, there was Sonny and Cher and Texas Midnight Runners. I'll come to them later. My point is, it's easier to start these things than to finish them. I suppose you thought of that, didn't you? There's a reward of $25 million on your head, but don't lose sleep on my account, Osama. I have no information leading to your arrest or capture. I have no information, full effing stop. I'm what you'd call an infidel, and my husband called working class.
Hey, what was that word?
Infidel?
How do you spell it?
Can you try the best you can?
Infidel?
Infidel.
Oh.
Good job. There is a difference, you know, but just supposing I did clap eyes on you, supposing I saw you driving a Nissan Primera down towards Shoreditch and grassed you on the old bill. Well, I wouldn't know how to spend $25 million. It's not as if I've got anyone to spend it on since you blew up my husband and my boy. That's my whole point, you see. I didn't want $25 million, Osama. I just want you to give it a rest. Am I alone? I want to be the last mother in the world who ever has to write you a letter like this. Whoever has to write you, Osama, about her dead boy. Now, about the writing. The last time I wrote was not applicable on an income support from that wanted name of spouse or partner. So you see, I'll do my best, but you'll have to bear with me because I'm not a big writer. I'm going to write to you about the emptiness that was left when you took my boy away. I'm going to write to you so you can look into my empty life and see what a human boy really is from the shape of a hole he leaves behind. I want you to feel the hole in your heart and stroke it with your hands and cut your fingers on its sharp edges. I am a mother, Osama. I just want you to love my son. What could be more natural? Okay, did you get a couple words?
Yeah.
Okay, did you want me to repeat anything?
It said, I think it said like soma or something in there.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back to that part. Support form that you wanted name of spouse or partner. Was that it?
Maybe, but, I read there was the other word, it was, equitable or something.
Applicable.
Yeah.
Applicable, okay. And then the first one was infidel.
Yeah.
So you got a couple new ones, that's good. So, let's talk about those words and what you think they mean. What does infidel sound like?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay. We'll read the sentence that I was in. I'm what you'd call an infidel, and my husband called working class.
Working class?
Mm-hmm.
And
So her husband is working class. What does working class mean to you?
I don't know actually what that means either.
It means her husband is going to work every day and supporting their family.
So maybe she just doesn't do anything? Is that what infidel?
It means she's different, like she's the opposite of her husband. So if she's the opposite of her husband, that would mean, what do you think?
Like she doesn't like workers?
Like she stays at home?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what we're going to do next, after I've read this excerpt to you, is vocabulary words. How do you feel about the tone of the novel? What does that mean to you? Like the tone?
The tone, like, I don't know.
Tone, like, how does it feel? Does it feel like a happy book? Like it's going to be a happy book? Or does it feel like it's going to be a little stressful or upsetting?
I guess it kind of sounds like that. I don't know.
Like a little bit more emotional?
Yeah.
How did you feel when I was reading it to you?
I don't really know.
No. Did you want me to reread it?
Yeah, can you read it?
Sure.
To me?
Yeah. So I'll reread the second half of it and just pay close attention to how you think the woman feels in this excerpt. That's my whole point, you see. I don't want $25 million, Osama. I just want you to give it a rest. Am I alone? I want to be the last mother in the world who ever has to write you a letter like this. Whoever has to write to you, Osama, about her dead boy. Now, about the writing, the last thing I wrote was not applicable on an income support from that wanted name of spouse or partner. So you see, I'll do my best, but you'll have to bear with me because I'm not a big writer. I'm going to write to you about the emptiness that was left when you took my boy away. I'm going to write to you so you can look into my empty life and see what a human boy really is from the shape of the hole he leaves behind. So what do we think that she's lost?
Cause it's like someone took her, or if someone took someone she liked, that she loved.
Mm-hmm. So not only, this goes on to tell, not only is her son gone, but her husband is as well. So that's what we've gathered from the beginning of this novel. So knowing that, do we think this is going to be a lighter read, like a happy read? Or what are some adjectives you can give me?
Like, it could be like sad, emotional.
Mm-hmm. Like how would you feel if someone, like you lost someone very important to you, like those kind of emotions?
Hopeless or helpless.
Mm-hmm. Those are really good. So, can you relate, like, the feeling of sadness or hopelessness to anything that has happened recently or may have happened in the past? Like an event?
Not really.
You've never felt hopeless or sad?
I mean, I was sad when my uncle died, but...
Yeah. So, a feeling like that. So the next part, I'm going to give you a couple minutes. If you could, maybe reflect on that situation, like when you felt hopeless or sad. And you can write it, like write a little excerpt, something along the lines that we just read in like a letter form or bullet points or a paragraph. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do that if you could. Maybe write how, like the event and how you felt and how it affected your life. Perfect. All done? Thank you.